Man was not meant to know such carnal pleasure. Maybe I'll still get it. I don't know.
Speaking of man, so Andrew Tate.
Yes, please. Who is this fucking guy?
He's I don't know if he's like a podcast. Basically, he's an American who's like living in Romania. At one point, he was like raided for sex trafficking.
Yikes.
He's gotten really big online now because all these like clips of him doing interviews and podcasts.
Mercy.
It's basically like men's rights activist type stuff, or he's kind of like a self-help guy. And the stuff that's gotten the most views is the stuff that is about how men need to value themselves and sometimes you need to teach women a lesson. Like, he alludes to it being okay to hit women sometimes.
Hey, it's not.
But it's tough because, like, his fans will always say he's never said that. It's out of context. But it's kind of, it's that type of thing.
Yeah.
It's the men's rights type, like along the lines of like the Tucker Max, Neil Strauss, pickup artist type stuff.
Be careful where we're trending because, like, you know, every time like we've criticized somebody like Brendan Schaub or Joe Rogan,
right?
Or in this case, Andrew Tate. One person on the YouTube like mentions how ugly we are and how like we're nothing compared to them.
Right.
We know.
Yeah.
We know.
Well, Andrew Tate's also like a kickboxer who was a legitimate fighter for a while. I watched a lot of the clips. I mean, it's crazy.
You're stronger
clips,
than him, though, right, Matt?
No, he seems like a big dude.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
We're in
Former
trouble.
MMA guy.
Yeah. But he, I would watch his clips. Honestly, he's entertaining. He was on Tom Segura and Christina's podcast.
Brzezinski.
They suffer fools, though.
Yeah, they like. It's like I feel like that one. And look, your Mom's House fans don't. But it seems like they're not really trying to shine a light on the most talented of people, but rather look at this horribly retarded individual. Well,
they had him on, and there's a couple of points where he almost cracks a little, where it's like he knows a lot of this is a bit.
I think it's all.
He's kind of like, he's not political really at all, but he's got a similar vibe. He's a similar vibe to Alex Jones, where it's like he's entertaining, but he's saying stuff that people get really mad about. I'm more just like, I don't necessarily agree with it, but it's funny that someone's saying this shit.
You don't necessarily agree with it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
He does.
Well, because the stuff that gets shared everywhere is like the craziest stuff he says, but some of it is just basic self-help stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, now he's like taken down for, I think there's like actual misogyny policy. That was the thing that he broke, and he's off of all these. He was never even on TikTok, but he's banned from TikTok.
Preemptively banned.
So many people, I saw so many clips of him on TikTok because people share his stuff. He's got like millions, I think it's like billions of like impressions or views or whatever the term is on like all these social media platforms. So he was like a big deal. And the thing is, it was really big, like teenage men. Teenage boys.
Teenage men. Listen to Matt practicing for his trial.
More like teenage dirtbag, baby.
Yeah, there you go. It was teenage boys that were like really into him. So the whole thing was like, this is badly influencing our youth. And but yeah, now he's banned from every platform, even ones that he wasn't on. But I don't know. I would watch the videos and I would look at it almost like an anthropologist, like, oh, there's people out there who think this way.
Yeah, yeah. No, I don't necessarily give a shit about him because
Fourth Mike is here.
Finnegan.
As Kelly is trying to get him to go out for a walk.
Sorry, Kelly, the podcast is too entertaining.
Let's go, buddy. Come on.
Go on, Finn.
Finn wants to hang out. He's too scared.
Oh, you look so sad.
He is
Finn,
sad.
we promise
he
won't
wanted
hurt
to be
you.
on the. He wanted to weigh in on Andrew Tate and freedom of speech.
Ooh, do you think Finnegan is a men's rights activist?
He is.
Damn.
Well, I do
just
feel
like his
like
old man.
Oh.
I do feel like there is something to anytime there's let's ban these people who have this thing. Like, this is just a rehash of 10 years ago when Tucker Max was doing it. Anytime, like, and same thing with like Alex Jones. This is going to be a new conspiracy person, a new men's rights activist person. Like, until you actually, there's a reason why these people gain popularity. You got to like fix whatever that issue is. Just banning people isn't going to. This is going to be another one.
But that's like saying we shouldn't give people speeding tickets. We should address the culture in which people want to speed.
Well, you can give speeding tickets also. I don't think you should never. But I also think there's a difference between giving someone a speeding ticket and taking their license away forever.
Well, we do that if they have 3 or more DUIs.
Oh, uh-oh.
Sure, but banning someone from every social media platform, I think, is like an extreme thing to do. Taking someone's platform away to talk because they've said things that we don't like.
Yeah, I mean, we shouldn't affect their freedom of speech from not doing that, though. TikTok's freedom of speech to not have someone on their platform.
Yeah,
I don't. Me, like the libertarian argument should be on the side of TikTok making a decision that TikTok wants to make.
Freedom of speech of businesses and corporations. To me, I don't buy when it's like, well, a corporation's freedom of speech allows them to stop a person from speaking. That's where you just get silencing people.
Well, yeah, but it seems authoritarian to be like, listen, if I'm like Jack Dorsey, for example, and you told me ban Andrew Tate from Twitter, I would, if I'm him, I wouldn't do that because I like the marketplace of ideas. But I also think the government shouldn't tell me that I can't do that.
Yes, but I also, on the same day, every time, same thing with Alex Jones, on the same day, 7 different of these platforms all ban him. It's not like they're all their individual little restaurants or little private businesses. They all work together and coordinate.
And
that's where it feels
like a keeping
authoritarian.
up with the Joneses thing where it's like, well, if Twitter says no more Andrew Tate and I'm TikTok, I'm like, well, I don't want the smoke.
Yeah. Well, there's also some of them are owned by the same, like Facebook and Instagram, same owners. Yeah. So it's not like, sure, a restaurant doesn't have to let anybody in who doesn't have to do a thing they don't want to.
Good.
But if
no
every
black people allowed at my restaurant.
But if every single restaurant in a city had the same 3 owners,
that would be great.
And then those 3 people decide something, I think that's a little bit different.
Sounds like a utopia.
But the only solution is for the U.S. government to tell Jack Dorsey he has to let Andrew Tate post on his website.
See, the great thing about being a podcaster is I don't have to think about that.
The great thing about being a podcaster is neither do I. I'm thinking about it for the first time right now.
I can actually just say, hey, this happened, and I think it's fucked up, and not have to think any further about it.
You're just sad your hero got taken down, Matt.
Yes,
I understand.
My hero, Andrew Tate. No, I just think that people, you can do that, but then people do that and then don't address the problems. They're like, we did it, it's over, and then 5 years later the same problems happen. So even if, not even necessarily, definitely don't do that, but if you're going to do it, also address the problem.
Well, I don't know how do you address the problem of retardism?
There it is.
See, another great thing about being a podcaster is I actually get to make people more retarded.
There you go.
Locker Room Talk. Check it out wherever podcasts are sold.